So, hi everyone, this is Sumanth. In this video, we just have Sayan Nath with us. So, he's a third year engineering student who just cracked GSoC, right? So, if you are a complete beginner, like if you just want to get into GSoC, like if you just want to contribute to the open source projects, right? So, this is a complete beginner friendly interaction. So, if you don't know what is GSoC, what is open source, how to contribute to open source, like what are the projects to choose, like what are the skills to learn if you just want to contribute to open source, it's completely fine. In this video we will just discuss all those things, so just watch this video till the end so that you can able to learn as much as possible. So before going to the video, if you're just new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also like this video, and also just given the links in the description, like if you just want to connect with Sayan, so you can just feel free to connect with him, like in Twitter or let's say GitHub or let's say in other social handles. I've just given the links, and also I just given the link for the Sayan YouTube channel as well. So feel free to check that channel as well. He also just creating an amazing content, and also the timestamps also mentioned in the description, right? Feel free to check and move forward. So with that, let's start this. Sayan, first of all, really thanks for coming for this podcast. I'm really excited to talk. And can you just introduce yourself to the audience, like the
Yes,
viewers who are
surely.
just watching?
Yeah, and also thanks for inviting me for the wonderful podcast. I hope I can share my experience in a better way. So let me introduce myself. So I am Sayan Nath. I'm a third year undergraduate student at University of Municipal Technology. I did Google Summer of Code in the previous year, that is 2021, with TensorFlow. I'm a machine learning engineer at Blend. I also and I'm also an active contributor at Keras.io, Google Dev Library, TensorFlow Hub, as well as TensorFlow Lite. You can find my GitHub profile. It's at the rate Sayan Nath. And if you have any contact, if you want to contact me, like on terms of like computer vision or machine learning or deep learning, you can surely contact me in my Twitter or LinkedIn. I'll be happy to help you out. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a very nice intro, Sayan. I've seen your profile. You just done a lot of things. Okay, before going to discussing all the things that you have done, so let's start with open source, right? So
Yeah.
many of the people would like they don't know what's open source is, like how to contribute to open source. So what's your opinion on open source? How to start doing that?
Okay, so I'll be like explaining things in a very layman term so that like maximum amount of people can understand. So basically, let's talk about what is open source in a whole. So basically, open source are those softwares who are actually open for developers or folks who wants to contribute, who wants to enhance or make that thing bug free, you can say. And by doing that, it also like helps the community to grow it, like many open source softwares, I guess you guys have already used, like VLC media player, then Chromium, then TensorFlow, Supabase. So these are all open source projects, and and it helps the community to grow, as I have told you. And if you want to start doing open source, make sure that you know Git and GitHub. This is the most fundamental thing, because if you don't know Git and GitHub, then you will not be able to contribute that much, because you'll be not able to push code and all of the stuff.
Yeah.
You need to know basic things like how to commit, how to add, how to like do the switch branches, or how to make a pull request. You should know the ethics at least, and then you are good to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
then like what are the projects that you just contributed, Sayan, for the open source community? I've seen some of the projects like
Uh,
GSoC, etc. Apart from that, what else have you contributed?
Yeah, so basically there was a project, like there was a research paper known as MI which is used for enhancing the low light images. So basically one of my college senior implemented the whole thing in TensorFlow and Keras, and one of the GDs who's SciPol actually converted that uh, whole thing into a TF Lite file and pushed that thing into the TensorFlow hub. So what I did was I downloaded the TensorFlow Lite file of MI and then integrated into the Flutter app, and just made a Flutter app which can actually enhance a low light image into a normal image, right? And then also like I made it open source and all of the stuff, and also like in 2021 it got announced in Google I/O in one of its workshops. So this was my one of the major achievement in open source. And also then I contributed many coding examples to keras.io. You can head over to keras.io examples and you
Okay.
can see my vision examples. I did two contributions there. And then also I have recently contributed to TensorFlow Hub, one model of American Sign Languages. Like the model can detect American Sign Languages. So I have also done that. And previously I have also like contributed to TensorFlow Hub with 2 to 3 models. So yeah, this was my fairly some contributions.
Yeah. And when it comes to open source, many of the beginners used to feel difficulty, right? Like how to start open source, like which projects to contribute, right? So what's your first project that you just contributed to open source, Sayan? Like it will be like, is it any basic thing, or let's say from starting itself, have you started contributing to the large code basis?
Actually, it was like the my first contribution. If you say that, then I would like to say that it is that contributing to the coding examples of keras.io. Like I implemented a research paper, which is like cut mix augmentation. So I reproduced that whole thing into keras and contributed it as a coding example. And then Francis Charlotte, who is the creator of keras, has
Mhm.
reviewed it and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is now live. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, this was my first contribution.
okay. Like many of the beginners also used to feel that like it's difficult to contribute to the large code bases, large projects. So like even it's not about contributing to Keras or something. So if someone who is just watching this video, so if you're completely beginner, if you just want to start open source, it's better to contribute to the documentations as well. It's not about contributing to the large code bases, large projects. Even you can just start with let's say creating documents, just fixing some issues, some small grammatical issues. So yeah, you can just start if you want to start open source. You can just even do that, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Like we can like start from very basic and then we can like progress one by one. So yeah.
Yeah, like when you just start like with small contributions, then they can just understand, right? Like forking the
Yeah.
project, committing pull requests. So all these things they can understand, and after that they can just start contributing to the major projects.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I've seen that I just contributed to the Google, just participated in GSoC as well. So, like for a complete beginner, like how you can just tell what GSoC is? What's your opinion of GSoC? Like how to just start applying for GSoC?
Cool. So basically, like let me tell you about what is GSoC. So GSoC is Google Summer of Code, which is the annual program hosted by Google, where many of the organizations like open source organizations like TensorFlow, Chromium, and then Postgres, they come up and they submit their proposals and they get also selected. And after they get selected, the mentees or like the developers who want to contribute there like check out their idealist page or check out their projects and then if that clicks with both of them then they make a proposal and submit that to the organization and after that so in a certain period of time the proposal will be getting reviewed and after the proposal getting reviewed then it like the mentees will get a confirmation like a confirmation mail or a rejection mail the both that whether you have selected or not. And if they are selected, then two coding rounds, the two coding phases will start, right? And then evaluation will also take place. And if you successfully completed both of them, then you will get a certificate. And yeah, so and you'll be successfully completing GSoC. So this is the basic thing. And also coming down to the second question that what is my opinion about GSoC? So I must say that GSoC is a very great event. I must say, it's hosted by Google because it enables us, like it enables the new developers to actually contribute to the open source and get to know that how it feels to contribute to the open source. And also the main motive of GSoC is they also want folks to actually contribute after the GSoC period as well. Like they should indulge in like doing the open source contributions
Mm.
apart from the GSoC period. Right. So this is also a real like a motive. And coming down to the third question, that how we can apply GSoC. Then the basic question is that you should find your niche, that in what domain you should apply. Then you should look for organizations which are there one by one. who are also like in that domain. And after that, you can list down those organizations and then can shortlist, and then you can go into the idealist page. Then you can see all of the things and what are the projects, whichever is actually like looking easy for you or you can do it. Then you can like start contacting the mentor. And also like this is a hack, you can say. If you want to get selected, then you can make a mini project of that big project, and you can just show add it to the proposal that yeah, this is the thing. I'm already I'm working on it, so I can do this project, right? So you can
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
also try this hack and do this. Basically, the proposal is for to convince the mentor that yes, you can do it. Right. If you can convince through your proposal that you can do it, then you'll be getting selected. This is a very basic thing. And they are not looking for 10x engineers and some lead engineers. They are
Yeah,
just
yeah.
looking for folks who are interested to do that or to do or to solve that problem. So this is the basic thing. I would say.
And also like contributing to, well, participating in GSoC, it means you can able to know most of the developers. You can able to network as well, right? So what's
Yeah,
your opinion on networking, like when it comes to open source?
yeah. Actually, it helped me because so actually it helped me a lot because my mentor who was there actually gave me a referral on Google to Google because she liked my work and all of this stuff. So networking do help, and you should talk with your like peer developers as well who are in the same organization as well as who are doing GSoC in that year or previously. You should contact them. You should network with them. You should ask question to the mentors that what is that, what should I like do to like make it more good. And also you should ask for feedbacks from the mentors that to actually make a better version of yourself. So yeah, I must say that networking is pretty much great. And you should also stay in touch with the mentors after the GSOC period. So, yeah, you
Yeah, yeah,
should
that.
let them know. Yeah.
Mhm. Like I've seen that you just like applied for GSoC in AI field, right? Machine learning.
Yeah.
So like so how you just get interest in AI? Like how you just know about this?
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so it was a long back journey because I was interested in AI when I was in class. Like I was interested in machine learning when I was in class 12, and then when the boards exam were over, then I was like pretty much there was nothing to do. So I was I did know Python at that point of time in class 12. Then I did learn some took few of the courses on machine learning and made some few projects, and then like moving on courses with Coursera and all of the stuff. Did some projects. So this is how I liked machine learning. I just tried everything like app development, backend development, then machine learning, and then I felt that machine learning is what that makes me happy. And the thing that pattern recognition and all of the things actually excites me more than any other thing. So I did choose this field by this way. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you said that I've seen one of your video. Like you just talked about your mentor, right? Syed Paul, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Is it? Yeah.
yeah.
Like how you just contacted him? Like is it through cold emailing or let's say DMing? So how to just choose your mentor when it comes to G?
Okay. So basically, I did attend Google Dev Fest 2019. At that time, it was used to be offline because COVID was not there. And
Mm-mm.
at that time, I met him, but I didn't knew that he like what a great person he was. But I knew that person for a very long time because he was in the stage, he was talking, he was giving talks and all of the stuff. So then I came back to college, and then normal life was happening. Then COVID hit, and then I got to know about TFUG clubs, like TensorFlow user group clubs in every city. There is one
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
TFUG.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, so I did join three groups like Bangalore, Mumbai, and Kolkata. So he was solving problems for everyone, like who was just like telling me in the group, in the Telegram group. So and I'm type of an introvert kind of a guy. Like I'm not an introvert, but I just that type of shy that I can't ask question in like in everyone, like when
Yeah,
everyone
yeah,
is
yeah.
around. So I just messaged him personally about one of the problems, and he like he helped me out. And then like that way, like contacting him, talking with him about machine learning and deep learning and TensorFlow and all the stuff. So it actually like helped me, and also like our relationship also grew like that. So yeah.
Yeah, like what's that's fine, Sayan. Like, what's your advice for beginners who are just uh, like who are just interested to like who are just want to start doing open source, who just want to build networking, who just want to contribute to the like let's say GSoC or let's say some other MLH fellowship. So all these kind of open source projects. What's your like final say to them? So what's your view on that? How can just they just start doing that?
Okay, so I must say that choose a domain. Like if you want to do machine learning, then if that makes you happy, then do it. Follow that path. And if you are doing backend development or app development, then do that. And then try and then make some open source projects. Like it can be a normal to do app, but make it like know how to do it. Use best practices to do it, and then also get your projects reviewed by one of the senior or someone like that who are in the tech industry, that so that they can guide you that what are the things which are lacking in that project and all the stuff. Make that project open source, write a good readme about it, and also like which is very much important, that is learn Git and GitHub. After doing all of these things, then you can start looking for projects. And also, if you want to looking for open source projects to contribute, then you can head on to Google Dev Library. There are many people who are actually pushing code samples or code repositories, so you can go and check the issue tab. After you check the issue tab, and if you find the good repository, then you can solve that issue by making a pull request. So this is the thing how you can get started.
Yeah. That's a really great explanation for a complete beginner who just want to start in open source science. So yeah, thank you, Sayan, like for giving your valuable time for this podcast. So that's this video. I hope this interaction, this podcast is useful for you. And if you just feel so, make sure to like this video. So with that, I will just see you in the next video. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.